I have read a lot of articles online on what are the best parenting tips for children. These articles are usually generalized for every type of child, do this and do that, which I totally agree with most of us right on. But I love to add to the fact that it's important to parent your children by their temperament because most of the general rules we place in the family for all the children doesn't hold for every child. And there is a tendency for you to think this child is stubborn or too stubborn because the rule set favors another temperament but not another one. Let's take an example. Sanguines, they are careless, they're scattered. So if you're telling if your criteria for a good child is an organized child, you always see the sanguine as a bad child. And you always think that the male is the good child. Why? They will never be disorganized or dirty. So that means that you always insult the sanguine. And this has been most of the case of most African parents. If your criteria for being good is to be calm, to sit on the same spot all day and not playing and dirty your body, you're going to say that the sanguine is the bad child. If your criteria for a good child is to be obedient, to respect every word that comes out of your mouth, you're going to say the choleric is a bad child. Why? They always have a mind on their own as young as 1 year, even as a baby suckler. They want to do their things their own way. Even those with secondary temperament, they're a bit stubborn. So a parent can mistake this child for a stubborn child. Perhaps that's their temperament. Or a flag who never talks. And the parent says, is this one going to be a fool? He never talks, he never greets people. And you use the fact that a sanguine talks as, oh, this my child is so intelligent, she says everything. And the flag child who stays quiet is like this one, I don't even know if you ever pass. Just give it time. You will know that their temperament was not a determination of what they will be in future or how they will pass in school or if they are good or bad children. So I just say that parent children separately. If you have 3 kids, 3 temperament, apply different strategies for each of these 3 children. When you are doing parenting for a sanguine child, you know that they are scattered, they are careless, they are undisciplined, they are inconsistent. So your focus should be to teach them self-control and discipline. I have a sanguine daughter. I know when she's washing dishes outside and something is they are playing, the others are playing, she still finds herself in the parlor without knowing how she got there. She's not disciplined, she's distracted already. I said, go back and finish what you have to do. So it's always focus, 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 because I know her greatest problem when she grows will be the fact that she might lack discipline and focus. For my choleric daughter, they already have a good leadership skill. So I always foster that leadership skill. But I teach her most importantly to be gentle with people and empathetic. So when sometimes somebody does something and before she knows she slapped the person. So what is that? So she has the general problem of cholerics, the anger. So I usually say, did I tell you to control your anger? I'm patient with people. Say, no, she said this. I have said control your anger and be patient. She will be calm. And sometimes I have to say that, can you calm down? She calms and calms. That thing doesn't go for all temperament. So it's unique for her, that common problem with that anger. So I have to manage her differently. I know she's stubborn. She wants to override everybody in the house. I have to teach her how to respect hierarchy. So the strategies I put in place for her upbringing is different from what I do with her other siblings who is sanguine, which her greatest problem is indiscipline and lack of focus.